Y'all listen, I ain't gonna keep y'all long. I just want to know, did you see that testimony? Did you see what God did? I'm telling you, God does not lie. I told y'all 4 days ago that God told me to tell you that something good is about to happen for you. I told y'all that Kenny Robinson's song was ringing in my spirit, and I had to get on here and tell y'all that God said something good is about to happen for you. The very next day after I gave that golden nugget, that vehicle was in our driveway. It was. Now let me give you the backstory, okay? Rewinding about three and a half weeks or so ago, I was driving headed to work, and I saw that brand of Hummer. It was a white one. And I looked at it. I said, oh God, that's a different Hummer. I like that. And then I said this, if we should get another Hummer, I would like for it to look like that one. That's what I said. Why did I say that? Because our old Hummer that we've had that thing for a minute. And we use it like you use a truck. We use it for heavy lifting. We use it for our dog. He's a husky. He sheds a lot. We use it whenever we buy bulk in mulch. We use it whenever we buy bulk in bushes and trees and plants and whatnot. We use it for heavy duty lifting, which means what? We've got some great use out of our old Hummer, which means what? There is some great wear and tear on it. And sooner than later, it's going to be on its last leg. So when I saw that new brand of Hummer, when I was headed to work, I just said, God, if we should get another Hummer, I would like for it to look like that. So fast forwarding back to now, after I told y'all what God said that something good is about to happen, the very next day, I go to the grocery store and I buy groceries. And I'm there shopping, I bring them home, I put them up. By this time, it's after 6:30. It's dark outside. All of our lights are on outside around the house and whatnot, around the roundabout, around the garage, everywhere the lights are on, which means it is dark out, right? So I go, I'm not going to cook, because if I start cooking now, by the time my husband gets home, he's going to have to wait for dinner. And ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not going to have my husband waiting to eat, right? So I said, I'm going to go and pick up some food for the family. So I'm going headed on the other wing of the house, right? And I say, let me get my purse. And as I'm walking to the other room to get my purse, I look, just glance as I'm walking past our double doors, the front doors of the house, right? I glance and I see the Hummer outside in our roundabout of our drive-through. And I say, wait a minute, my kids have ordered through DoorDash. And I'm opening the door because I'm going to get the food that the DoorDash person bringing. And I'm going to ask the DoorDash person, I'm going to ask them, can I see your vehicle? Because I want to see what this thing look like, because I had this conversation with God about this car. Now, mind you, I need to tell you this, that I did not have this conversation with my husband. I wasn't even thinking that we were going to buy another car, none whatsoever. I wasn't even thinking that we were going to have another car of anything of that sort. I had not had the conversation with my husband that if we should get another Hummer, I want it to look like this, that, and the other. I hadn't even spoken to my husband about that. I just had that conversation with who? With God. So there I am. I'm opening the front door, the double doors, and I'm headed out so I can talk to this DoorDash person, get the food, and ask them, hey, listen, let me look at your Hummer. I get out there, y'all. There is no food at the front door. And I look at the Hummer and I'm noticing that there's nobody inside this Hummer. And I'm thinking, that's weird, that's strange. So I said, let me look towards the back entryway of our home on the other side of the wing. And nobody's there. So I'm like, this is really weird and strange, but I'm so excited. Why? Because this is the vehicle that I was talking to God about. And here it is, in my driveway, round my roundabout, in front of my double doors of my home. And I'm just looking for this DoorDash person. And I'm like, where are they? Where could they be? Because it's nighttime, y'all. And I wasn't going to walk around the house because we have bears out here. And ain't nobody got time to be rebuking a bear. Ain't nobody got time to be laying hands on bears at night. None whatsoever. So I wasn't going to do that. So while I'm looking around from where I was standing, in the front of our home, I then hear a voice calling from the inside of our house, and it says this, hey babe. That's my husband calling me, y'all. I get super duper excited. I get to screaming, laughing, and yay about crying. Why? Because God is letting me know this is y'all car. This belongs to this household right here. So I run in the house, grab a hold of my husband, get to shaking his arm. Why? Because I know I did not have the conversation with my husband about that type of vehicle. So I'm excited to share the news with him that God used you, babe. You heard God and you listened and you obeyed, babe. So I'm super duper excited. I'm telling my husband that, babe, 3 weeks or so ago, I just had a conversation with God that if we should get another Hummer, that I wanted one just like that. I wanted us to have one that looked just like this, that, and the other. And my husband just smiling and laughing. And I was just shaking his arm like, babe, babe, babe. Why? Because I know God does not lie. And then my husband tells me this. He said, babe, ain't nobody got no car like this. I said, huh? He said, ain't nobody got no Hummer like this one. Why? Because God allowed my husband to have that thing custom. It's called Apocalypse. It's fortified, y'all. And that really did something to me. Because remember, God gave me that golden nugget to tell y'all that God is fortifying us. God done fortified my Hummer. Our Hummer. That thing got Kevlar, bulletproof. Yes, it is. It just allowed me to see that God is saying, I'm doing what I say I'm going to do in your life. And God will allow you to get things that symbolize what he's already told you, what he's going to do for you. That thing is fortified. That Hummer is fortified. Kevlar on the outside. Y'all saw the inside. It's just decked out, brand spanking new. Everything you could think of, that car has it. And when I saw it, I just gave God thanks. And I'm here to tell you that I'm sharing my testimony with you, not to brag on me, not to say, look at all these expensive things that we have, not to say that, but to let you know that your God is not slack when it comes to you. He will make sure that you have what you desire because he shall place the desire in your heart. Though the vision tarry, continue to wait because it shall surely come to pass. Don't be weary in well doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. When God gives you a word, whether he gives you the word through this vessel, through me, or through somebody else, or if God gives you the word direct, you better grab a hold to it and stick with it. Stand on it. Because God does not lie. God is saying he's going to do something good for you. And who knows, you probably have already experienced it. But if you have not experienced it yet, I'm telling you that God does not lie. He's going to ensure that his word performs for you, that you will see it made manifest in your life. God got your back. And I'm here to tell you, I was not in expectancy to receive a Hummer. I was just only in expectancy to receive the good that he said was coming to me. Did I know what the good was? No. I just said, God, whatever the good you bring it to me, I receive it. I receive it. I believe it and I receive it. And that's it. And the very next day, it showed up. So the only thing you have to do when God speaks a word to you, believe it. Receiving it means you're conceiving it, and therefore it's going to birth forth. You get it, got it good? So God is not lying to you. I only come on here when God tells me to tell you something. Okay? You get it, got it good? He don't lie. He doesn't lie. I look forward to hearing about your testimonies, okay? You got my email address. It's in the description box. genuineallsmilesoverhere at gmail.com. I would love to hear the great testimonies that God has been performing in your life because you've been watching All Smiles Over Here at this YouTube channel, Instagram channel, Facebook and whatnot, okay? Share your testimony because people need to hear it. And if you will allow me to share it with others, I will. But I want to let you know that God's word does not lie. He said something good is coming your way, and it is. Stay in expectancy to receive his good, okay? He gonna blow your mind like he blew mine. I gotta go. Y'all know I love you, but most of all, Jesus love you too and more. Y'all be blessed. Be in expectancy to receive that something good, okay? Because it is indeed going to happen for you. I gotta go.